They're talking about me. Yeah, right, they obviously mean me. Dude, do you need glasses or something? The instructions clearly say the cutest delivery guy, not the delivery guy most likely to eat a slice of your pizza during the drive. Kaminari folded his arms across his chest with a snort. He took a freshly warmed pizza out of the oven and placed it in a box, adding yellow peppers and garlic sauce on the side. It was one time, he defended under his breath. Damn, with the way you and Toyomitsu reacted, you would have thought I caused the end of the world. Rolling his eyes, Kirishima took the box from his friend and placed it in a black carrier bag. It was 3 times, and you're lucky that green-haired kid was so forgiving each time. Yeah. Now if you're done being stubborn, Eijiro said with a cheeky grin, the cutest delivery guy's about to bring the lovely customer their pizza. That is definitely not what the special instructions box is meant for, you said, mouth gaping open as you reviewed what Mina had ordered under your name while you were in the bathroom. What do you mean? She pouted. What other special instructions could one possibly give? Enter through the back entrance. The side gate is the one that leads to the proper parking for the apartment complex, you suggested. Plenty of things other than send your cutest delivery guy, winky face. Ashido laughed at your frantic tone, bumping your shoulder with hers. She shook her head when she saw your anxious frown. Stop worrying, she said. It'll give you premature wrinkles. Besides, what's the worst that could happen anyway? You narrowed your gaze at her. What if they send us the short, creepy guy with the weird purple hair that we had to file a complaint against, simply to spite our obnoxious request? I'm sure they fired him by now. But she didn't look very convinced herself. If you say so. With a huff, you glanced down at the delivery tracker map on your phone and got a message saying your pizza would be arriving shortly. And if you knew anything about delivery services, shortly could mean anything from 30 minutes to 2 hours, nothing less. But apparently, you did not know as much about delivery services as you thought you did, because in less than 10 minutes, the doorbell rang. You and Ashido stared at each other. There's no way that's the pizza, you said. Nope, she deadpanned. My stomach usually growls about 3 times and feels like it's all going to cave in before the food typically arrives. You tilted your head slightly, questioning her system of measurement. There was an unsure knock at the door, but neither of you made a notion to move. Aren't you going to get the pizza you ordered? You asked with a nudge. She gave you a look, standing up to walk down the hallway. I would, but I really have to pee. Can you get it? Without waiting for you to respond, Mina dashed to the bathroom. You stared at the place her back once was, speechless. Oh, you just don't want to pay for it, huh? You called after her, grumbling as you fished your wallet out of your bag. And they said living with a roommate would be cheaper. You swung the door open to face the pizza deliverer in front of you, expecting to find a short, slightly creepy-looking dude akin to the purple-haired worker you saw about a month ago. But you could not be more wrong. Instead of a creep, you found yourself staring into the startling red eyes of a handsome guy with a smile on his face. His grin was so bright, it could light up a room, you thought, utterly speechless for the second time this night. Hi, you said breathlessly, internally cursing yourself for how idiotic you probably sounded. He held back a noise of laughter. Hi. I have a large pizza box for, Yeah, that's me, you chirped, grimacing at the overly excited voice that came out of your mouth. He smoothly unzipped the delivery bag and held the pizza with one hand, drawing attention to his tanned, muscular forearms. Damn, they really succeeded in following the special instructions. You couldn't help but mumble under your breath, gaze trailing the subtle trace of veins on his arms, then glancing at the name tag on his chest. Kirishima. The only signal that he heard you was the faint blush on his cheeks, but he made no comment. That'll be 2,600 yen, Kirishima said as he handed you the pizza. But be careful, the bottom is still a bit hot. I kinda got here a bit faster than I anticipated. You smiled at the sheepish look on his face as you pulled out some cash from your wallet. You did get here rather quickly, especially for a pizza delivery guy. Hey. At Fat Gum's Pizzeria, we take customer satisfaction very seriously, he protested, a twinkle in his eye to let you know that he wasn't actually offended. You thought of the note Mina added in the special instructions box, and then glanced at the man in front of you. You guys sure do a good job in that department. As you handed him the cash for the pizza, along with a couple extra yen for his tip, you heard your roommate running down the hallway. "Did I miss him?" she cried. "Was the pizza delivery guy cute?" Both you and the worker stared at her with wide eyes. Mina? You hissed. Her gaze snapped towards the direction of the door, and her jaw dropped. "You're the cutest delivery guy they have?" Ashido deadpanned. "Mina." "What?" "Nice to see you too, Ashido," said Kirishima with a laugh. She hummed. "I didn't expect to see you here, but hi, Kirishima." Looking back and forth between the two of them, you blinked slowly. "The two of you know each other?" "We had the same physics class our second year of university," he supplied, adjusting the cap on his head. Mina hadn't told you much about her physics class, other than how boring it was, but one thing you do remember her mentioning was the cute redhead she thought you would love. But there was no way this was the same guy. "I've told you about him before," she said happily, skipping over to the door and taking the pizza from your hands, opening the box with a whiff before turning back to you. "He's the one I tried setting you up with that time, but you flaked?" Well, apparently it was the same guy. You only vaguely remembered that moment, but the thought was enough to cause the heat to rise to your cheeks. Even Kirishima stifled an awkward cough, rubbing the back of his neck. "Did I?" you managed to choke out, money still resting on the palm of your hand. "Yep." So you're the infamous roommate Ashido wouldn't stop talking about," he piped up, grinning despite his pinkened face. "Aw, now that I've seen you in person, I'm even more bummed you didn't show." Though his tone was teasing, there was sincerity in his voice. You bit your lower lip, sheepishly. "Well, if it's any consolation, I definitely regretted flaking to study for some dumb test," you said with a laugh. "I pretty much failed that exam anyway." "Karma for not showing up," claimed Mina. You stuck your tongue out at her. "Well, if you regret not going out with me the first time, we could always have a redo," Kirishima suggested with a cheeky grin on his face. Unsure if you heard him correctly, you stared at him blankly and said the most coherent sentence you could muster. "What?" "A redo date? Say, tomorrow, around 6? "Are you asking me out?" "I am. Are you rejecting me?" "No, of course not!" you blurted, eyes growing wide as you realized what he had said. More quietly this time, you continued. "I'd be an idiot not to go on a date with you." A look of surprise crossed Kirishima's features, almost as if he didn't expect you to actually agree. Oddly enough, as much as you liked his outgoing personality, you found the uncertain expression on his face to be rather cute. Your stomach flipped at the thought. "Really?" he asked. You nodded in response, and his cheek dimpled as he smiled. "Maybe this time you won't flake on me." You playfully rolled your eyes at his teasing. "I plan not to. Who in their right mind would miss their chance with the cutest delivery guy the pizzeria has to offer?" "No one would dare miss their shot with the cutest person in the whole apartment building." From behind you, you heard Mina make an indignant noise of protest, but didn't say anything. Instead, she continued munching on the crust of her pizza slice as she stared at the two of you intently. Just then, Kirishima's phone buzzed, signaling another order was ready for delivery. "I would love to stay and chat, but duty calls," he said apologetically, placing the pizza carrier back on his shoulders. "Don't forget about our date, though." "I won't. I'll see you tomorrow, Kirishima," you called, peering out the door and down the hall as you waved goodbye. He gave you one last glance, with a foolish grin on his face. "I'm looking forward to it, cutie." Whew! Bring it back! Add 2 more Z's to pizza and you get PIZZAZZ! Real hero stuff. It's what separates men from the boys. Calamari! And you're lucky that green-haired kid was so forgiving each time. It's Deku. Aww. Why'd you eat his pizza? No! It's so disrespectful. I love the winky face, because I just want to be like, winky face! Mina dashed to the back room. To the back room! You stared at the place her back was what? Skipping over to the door and taking the blah 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 blah. My dad's calling me. Hello?
Hey, how was your day?
It's good.
Okay, what do we have as far as vegetables? Because I'm thinking about cooking some meat sauce and spaghetti.
Even Kirishima Even Kirishima. Here we go. We're caught up in a loop. I want her to sound stupid, like a Lilo and Stitch kind of. I need someone. Ooh, got distracted. Where were we? Drawing attention to his tanned, muscular forearms. Oh, I've got sensual. That's $26, bruh. For a pizza? What? Signaling another. You guys sure do a good job in that department. Listener! You thirsty! You should have ordered a drink with that pizza cause you thirsty AF. I kinda got here faster than I... My dad is calling me back again! Hello?
Let me ask you a question. Check and let me know how much pasta we have there.
We have, a lot. Kirishima's phone buzzed, signaling another order. This is a hard line. Mouth gaping open as he reviewed. Yeah! Ba-da-ba! She continued munching on the crust of her pizza slice as she stared at the two of you He gave you one last glance with a foolish grin of it's the last line, man. Yeah, huh? That's me. I'm the girl you've been looking for. Hi, it's me. Yikes!